method name can be anything. Let's take it as what is the meaning of array? Multiple values you can supply. That's it. If I take an array, you can pass 10 objects, you can pass 20 objects, you can pass 1000 objects also. I told you, only OOPS concepts will not help you. You need to go back to your previous classes. Now, second method should give 3-person objects as an output. What I need to do? Why you fails? That's it. Person array is a return type. When person array is a return type, that method can return any number of objects. Or M1 is expecting some input. What is the meaning of that? It can return how many objects? Only one object. If I take array, multiple. What is the simple? If I take integer I, how many values I can store? One value. If I take integer array, 1, 2, 3, 4, multiple values. Instead of taking a person object, I'm taking person array. Why array? You can pass more than one value. We studied arrays. You understood arrays, but you don't know where to use the arrays. Got it? Yes. Let's write this program. Yes. Don't feel bad, guys. Don't feel bad. I know that. At this level, understanding that requirement is difficult. Slowly you have to learn that. Slowly you have to learn that. Now you got the perfect clarity. When to go for array. When to go for array? When you want to represent more than one value. It can be a primitive value. It can be a referenced value also. When you want to represent more than one value, then you can go for array concept. Alright. Let me create a class called person. Okay. My class is person. Inside the person, can I take integer ID? Can I take integer name? Sorry, string name. Int ID, string name. Int ID, string name. Can I write a method void m1? Void m1. For this m1 method, can I take person p1 comma person p2? What my m1 method is expecting? P1 object and P2 object. Can I do like this? System.out.println P1.id plus P1.name. Similarly, system.out.println P2.id plus P2.name. P2.id, P2.name. Now, M1 method is available. Can I call this M1 method? Can I call this M1 method? Yes or no? Now, this M1 method is a instance method or static method? Instance method. To call the instance method, what is required? Object is required. Okay. Person P is equal to new person. Person P is equal to new person. Now, can I directly call M1? P dot M1? Can I directly call P dot M1? Or M1 is expecting some input? What is the input it is expecting? Object. What object? Person object. How many objects? 2 objects it is expecting. Can I pass like this P comma P? Valid? Valid. Valid only, man. Valid. Why it is valid? What is the type of the parameter? Person object. What is the P? P is a what variable? P is a variable which is holding person object. It is expecting 2 person objects. These variables can be anything. It can be A, it can be B also. I have taken P1 comma P2. I have taken P1 comma P2. P is a object. P is a object. P is a variable holding person object. What is M1 expecting? One person object, another person object. Two person objects it is expecting 1 comma 1. Person comma person. Can I pass P comma P? Yes. If I execute, what is the output? 0 null, 0 null. See this? 0 null, 0 null. Why 0 null, 0 null? Why 0 null, 0 null? I am passing person object. P I am passing, P I am passing. When I create the object, what will happen? Instance variables will be initialized with the default values. I am passing 2. Instead of this, we can do like this also. Person P1 is equal to new person. P1 dot ID is equal to 101. P1 dot name is equal to some Raju. Okay. Next one, what I will do? Person P2 is equal to new person. P2 dot ID is equal to 102. P2 dot ID is equal to 102. P2 dot name is equal to some Rani. Now, can I call P1 comma P2? Yes. Now, what is P1? What is P1? Raju object. What is P2? Rani object. What is P? That is also P, P1, P2. 3 variables holding person object only. Okay. If I run this program, what is the output? Simple. Understand the flow. Understand the flow, guys. See this. Method area, stack area, heap. What is this? Method area, and it is stack area, and this is heap area. What is the difference between, guys, don't make noise, observe. What is the difference between method area, stack area, heap area? Class code will be available, method execution data will be available, objects will be available. Class code will be stored in the method area. Method execution will be there in the stack area. Objects will be created on the heap area. Okay. How many classes are available? How many classes are available? Only one class. So that one class will be loaded to method area. So can I call it as a person? Can I call it as a person? Yes, person. The class code is loaded to the person. Next one, execution details. Execution starting from where? Execution starting from main. So in the stack, what will happen? Main method execution will be available. What is there inside the main method? I am creating object. Which object I am creating? Person object. Person object I am creating. It is pointing to a variable called P. It is pointing to a variable called P. What is the values available? Instance variables available in the P na? What are the instance variables? ID, name. Am I initializing or default values will come? Default values will come. Person P is equal to new person. Object is created, variable is available. Instance variables available in the class. Instance variables initialized with the default value. Okay. After that, what I am doing? I am creating one more object for the same class. Can I say here? Here can I say object 1 created? Object 1 created. Can I say here object 2 created? Can I say object 2 created? Yes, object 2 created. I can call this as, can I call this as a P1? Can I call this as a P1? Yes or no? I can call this as a P1. Here also what will happen? ID and name. What is the ID I am storing? 102. What is the name I am storing? Raju. P variable holding default values. P1 variable holding 101 and Raju. Then what is this? What is this? What I am doing here? Object 3 created. Object 3 created. Now one more object is created. One more object created, and it is pointing to which variable? It is pointing to which variable? It is pointing to P2 variable. What is the data I am storing in the P2? 102 and Rani. Okay, are you able to understand the 3 lines of code? Here, now 102, okay. 102 and Rani. Good. Now, main method is available. Inside the main method, line number 14, first person object is created. I am not initializing the variable. So, default values will be available. What are the default values? 0 and null. Here 0 will be available and null will be available. I am not initializing. After that, what I am doing? Person P1 is equal to new person. Then what happened? P1 object is created. P1 is a variable which is holding person object. By using P1, P1.id is equal to 101, P1.name is equal to Raju. So inside the P1, 101 is available and Raju is available. After this, what I am doing? Person P2 is equal to new person. Can I say third object is created? Can I say third object is created? What is the data available? 102 and Rani. After this code is completed, what is this? What I am doing now? P.M1. Can I call P1.m1? Is it valid? Can I call P.m1? Can I call P1.m1? Can I call P2.m1? Anything you can use, because P1, P2 holding which class object? Person class object. M1 method available in the which class? Person class only. Able to follow me? Here I can call P.m1 or P1.m1 or P2.m1. If I call P.m1 or P1.m1 or P2.m1, output will change or output will not change? Output will change or output will not change? Will not change. Output will not change. Why? Because I need person class object to call the M1 method. M1 is a instance method. That instance method available in the person class. P is a variable holding which class object? P variable holding person class object. P1 variable also holding person class object. P2 class also holding person class object. Got my point? Either you can call the M1 method with P or M1 method with P1 or M1 method with P2. Why? Because all these variables are holding same class object. That method is also available in the same class. By using any variable, you can call the M1 method. What are the parameters I am passing for M1? What are the parameters I am passing for the M1? P1 and P2. What is the data in the P1? 101 and Raju. What is the data in the P2? 102 and Rani. So when I execute M1, P1 object data it is printing, P2 object data it is printing. Run this program. Am I able to get Raju, Rani? For example, if I pass P comma P1, if I pass P comma P1, what is the output? 0 null, 101 Raju. Are you sure? Why we will get 0 null? What is the P? What is the data in the P variable? Default value. So here, first object M1 method is taking P. First parameter will be P. P.id, P.name. P.id is 0, P.name is a null value. Next one is P1. When I pass P1 here, P1.id, P1.name. Then what will happen? 101 and Raju. Can we see the output now? Yes. 0 null, 101 Raju. Are we getting the expected output? Yes. For example, if I pass P2 comma P, what is the output? Sorry? 102 Rani. 0 null. Perfect. Now you got it. Got it? 102 Rani, 0 and null. Because P2, whatever the P2 object I am passing, it will store in the first position. Okay, that is holding the Rani data. Whatever the P I am passing, it will go to the second position. That data will print the default value. Understood? So like this, we need to play with the objects. Java is a object-oriented programming language. Everything will be represented in the form of objects. Got it? Now, you have seen the signature of the method. Can you write the logic for this? I have given the clue. I have given the clue. I have given the signature. Can you write the body for this method? M2 method body, can you write? Done na? I will say. Remaining people do that. M1 method logic I have written. Okay. This is the logic for the M1 method. Can you write the logic for M2 method? I have given the syntax also. You need to write the logic inside the M2. Based on the signature, read this. Second method should give 3 person objects as output. Write the logic for that. This is the last example on the methods. Your common printing the data. Okay guys, see here. Okay, can you tell me what is the requirement? Hey, देखो यार, they have written the logic. पर लूप लगाने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. And why you are taking string str parameter, man? Satya Rao, get object by name. No need to take the parameter now. Parameter not required. See, he is writing a method with the person array. P1 object is created, P2 object is created, P3 object created, person array created, P1, P2, P3 person array पे store किया, array return कर दिया था. That's it. That is the logic. Easy. Understood? आपका correct? Good. Fine. See here, let me write it. Satya, if you want to filter the object, yes, you can do it. मुझे लग रहा है सत्य ऑलरेडी कोर जावा कर चुका है भाई. Yes. इसका कोर जावा ऑलरेडी खत्म हुआ. Right. Now, see here. What is the requirement? Can you? I have already given the syntax. You just need to write the logic for that. Right? Method should give me 3 person objects as output. Okay. So, can I take one method as M2? What is the return type of the method? How many objects? 3 objects. 3 objects means if I take person like this, how many objects it can give? It can give only 1 object. If I take just person class, that means it can give me 1 object. If I take array, any number, it can give 1 person, or it can give 2 persons, it can give 3 persons, it can give 100 persons also. I'm taking person array. Now, inside this, can I do like this? Person P1 is equal to new person. Now, can I do like this? Can I set the data? P1.id is equal to 101. P1.name is equal to some Raju. Okay? You are bored with Raju, huh? Raju name always. What name? Tell me some other name then. P1.id is equal to 102. P2.name is equal to some Rani. 2 objects are created. Okay? This is one object and this is another object. Now let's go for person P3 is equal to new person P1 dot ID is equal to some 103. Sorry, P3. Here also P2. Sorry. P3 dot ID is equal to 103. P3 dot name is equal to some Anil. Something. Okay. How many objects I have created? 3 objects I have created. Person P1, person P2 and person P3. What is my method return type? Person array. Now, can I create a person array like this? Person array is equal to P1 comma P2 comma directly I am storing. Then what I am going to return? Array. Got it? So, is my implementation satisfying the requirement? Can you read the requirement? Second method should give me 3 person objects as output. Now, when I call the M2, what will happen? When I call M2, what is M2 returning? Array. P1, P2, P3. How many objects it is returning? 3 objects it is returning. Can I call this method now? How to call this method? What is this method? Instance or static? Instance. How to call the instance method? Object. What is the object? Which object? I can use P or I can use P2 or I can use P1. All are person objects only, right? Now, can I call P dot M2? What is the return type? Nulla. What is the return type of M2? Object array. Can I store that in the object array? How to store it? Can I store person P? No. What is the return type of the M2? Person array. So where I need to store it? Person array. That's it. When I call P dot M2, what is the M2 method returning? M2 method is returning the array. So that array I am storing into a variable. M2 method is giving array, man. That array I am storing into a variable. Now, can I print the data? 3 objects are available. Can I print 3 objects data? Can you write the logic? Yeah, come on, do that. Yeah. You have done that. You already have a person array. In that array, how many objects are available? 3 objects. Can you print 3 objects data now? Sir, कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, sir. That also you can do. You can do that by using arrays.toString. You can do that by using for loop. You can do that by using for each loop also, na? Yes. You are able to iterate the array. When I have given integer array, you are able to iterate. Instead of integer array, I am giving person array. That's it. Oops are easy or difficult? How can you tell you that? We are not entered into oops. Huh? Oops start हुआ, start नहीं हुआ. Oops are not started. Oops are not started. What we are discussing? Methods. We are discussing methods. Oops are not started. Oops will start mostly on the Wednesday. People are saying that oops are difficult. Do array of I. Object will object array. So how to print array data? Simple, man. If I give you one integer array x is equal to 1, 2, 3. How you will print it? How you will print this integer array? Can you print like this? For loop integer I colon x, integer I colon x, and can you print like this? Valid or not? Yes, x is a array. In the x is a integer array. X variable value, x array. Each value from the x I am getting storing into I variable. I am printing it. But now I don't have the integer array. I have the person array. So what I will get when I get the person array? Person array some y person colon array. Got it? Understood? When I go for integer array in the x, first value is the int value, second value also int value, third value also int value. Every int value I am getting from the array, I am storing in the variable, I am printing the variable value. But here what I am doing? Array is holding person objects. Array person. Now here what I will do? System.out.println person.id plus person.name. That's it. So what this logic will do? What this logic is going to do now? What this logic will do? P.m2. What is the meaning of P.m2? I am calling the m2 method. What is m2 method giving me? Object array. That is a person object array. Once I got the person object array, can I iterate the array by using for each loop? This is one approach. What is the second approach? For loop. Integer I is equal to 0. Array dot I less than array dot length I plus plus. Here what I can do now? System.out.println of array of I. Just I or I dot id? I dot id. Array of I dot name. That's it. This is the second approach. What is the third approach? Simply system.out.println arrays dot toString of array. Okay. These are the three ways. Now run the program. Array Baba, 1 minute. What happened here? If I use arrays.toString, object toString is printed. We need to get the data. So here person object 1, person object 2, person object 3. This output we got from the for each loop, and this output we got from the for loop. 3 objects are there. 3 objects data I am printing. Okay, I can comment this, or else this is easy to comment. Okay, this also I am commenting, or else usko nikal. Yes, this is the program for the requirement which I have given today. That we will discuss in the coming. Objects to be stored in. When you go to our online training schedules, one row is displaying or multiple rows are displaying for you. Every row, whenever there is a table, you will return this as one row. Can I continue? Then what is the parameter of the M1? P1 comma P2. Instead of P1 comma P2, can I take it as a person array? Can I take it as a person array? Yes, we can do that. Look at the M1 method. Look at the M1 method. P1 comma P2. Yes. Now look at the M2. 3 objects I am returning as an array. How I am calling the methods? This is P1 object. This is P2 object. I'm calling the M1 with the P1 comma P2. M1 with the P1 comma P2. Person array MP dot M2. What is the return type of M2? Person array. Array data I am printing by using for each loop or for loop. For each loop I am using basically. For each loop I am using here. Good. Understood? Any confusion? Anybody not able to understand anything? Anybody not able to understand anything? So tomorrow, should I conduct an exam on the methods or I should go for a new concept? Sunday exam. Okay. Tomorrow shall I start the new topic? The new topic what I am starting tomorrow, that will take 2 to 3 days of time because we need to understand constructors. The next topic is constructors. After the constructors, that inheritance, polymorphism, abstract classes, interfaces, packages, access modifiers will be available. So another 1 week to 10 days it will take for completing the OOPs. Actual OOPs are not started. We understood methods only. I hope you got the clarity on the methods.